it's Alice, and today we are gonna do a mini book purge. Now, for those of you who are on here a lot, you might know that I do this like big book purge every spring where I like get rid of a bunch of books, and I usually make a video about it, and a lot of people love those videos. And the thing is, I do that big one once a year, but then a couple of times throughout the rest of the year, I also do like small ones. And I'm gonna do one today, and I thought I would bring you along for it. Usually what prompts this outside of the big one is that I just run out of shelf space and I need to do some clearing out. And that's what I'm gonna do today. This is gonna be a smaller one. It's like gonna be a little faster, I think, and more efficient, because usually I will like get rid of books that I've read but I don't need to keep in these like smaller ones, and then a couple of ones that I've lost interest in. I'm not gonna like very deeply look at my shelves like I do in the big one. I'm just gonna go quickly through it, get rid of some stuff, and try to make room for my other books. I will, like I do in the big one though, donate the books to the same school that I always donate these books to. So they're gonna come pick it up, and yeah, let's just do a quick one. I feel like maybe if I can get rid of like 10, 15-ish books, I'm gonna be happy with that, but we'll see. We're just gonna have a quick look and do it. Okay, so I have a box here that is like medium-sized. I'm gonna try to fill this, I think, and if I can, I'll be happy. And I think we're, as usual, gonna start with this shelf right here. Before we get started though, everyone say hello to Marvin. He's doing very well. He's the perfect roommate. He's very quiet. I think most of these books are just like gonna stay here, but I do know of one that I want to get rid of, which is this one. This is a very recent read of mine, and I enjoyed this book. It was fine, but I don't really feel like I need to keep it, so we're just gonna get rid of it. Other than that, I don't think there's much on the shelf that I want to get rid of. Like I mentioned, we're gonna do this super quickly, so can't really see anything else here, so let's move on. Now this shelf over here, I think we are just gonna skip entirely, because I very recently went through this actually, and I know that there's nothing I want to get rid of, so we're just gonna move on to the big shelf. So we're just gonna quickly go through these shelves, although how quickly we can do that, I don't really know. I'm just gonna very quickly scan them and see if there are books that I just don't need to keep, and we're just gonna start here and work our way through. So on this shelf, I have a lot of classics and stuff, most of which I'm just gonna leave alone, but I can see a book up here that I don't think I need to keep. This is a book in Norwegian, and I read this year, liked it, but I don't think I'm ever gonna revisit this, so I think we should just pass it on. Looking at this shelf, I also really need to find a place for this book, which I recently read and loved, but right now this shelf is a little full. All of this I'm just gonna leave alone. Of course, I'm not getting rid of any of my Persephone books. Here though, I have stacked something. I actually think I'm gonna pass this one on to one of my friends because I think she might like it. And I really like this as well, but I don't really know if I feel like I need to keep it. And I also don't love this edition, so I think I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm of course gonna keep my Jane Austens, although we have another one here. Still need to read that. Gonna keep these ones. And then down here, I am actually going to get rid of this book, which I haven't read, but I tried reading this summer and I found it kind of boring, and I don't think that I will ever fully get into it. And I was really excited about this book, so that's a shame, but I don't know. I'm just gonna get rid of it. There are other cozy mysteries that I would rather read than this, and I don't think I'll ever pick it back up because I was just very bored with it. I'm gonna keep all of these ones. Down here though, we have that, which I'm gonna keep, but I am gonna get rid of this one. I've read 3 books by Emily Henry now, and this is unfortunately my least favorite, and I just don't need to keep it. I am gonna keep Book Lovers though, and also these other ones I think I'm gonna keep. I should maybe, I don't know, I've had this book for a really long time, but we're just gonna leave it because we're doing this very quickly. All of this is gonna stay. Down here we have a bunch of books. this one I can actually put up here because now there's space. This one I'm going to keep, and that one I am definitely getting rid of this one though. Honestly, I don't want to talk about this book because it was terrible. So I'm gonna pass this on even though maybe it belongs in the trash, not gonna lie. We're up to 6 books now, and like I mentioned, this is a much smaller purge than usual. But this is pretty good. Let's at least try to fill up the rest of the box. On the next shelf we have a mishmash of stuff, some cozy mysteries, some series, some Murakami. Just gonna leave this alone. And then we have these translated books. I think I can get rid of this book though, because I'm never gonna read this again. This one is one that I also read earlier this year, and I just don't really feel like I need to keep it. It was fine. Maybe I should get rid of The Silent Patient though. I've had this for ages. But we're just gonna leave it alone for now, try to make this quick. All of these ones I'm going to keep. Moving down here, I actually think that I am gonna get rid of this book. This is a memoir, and I actually really liked this, but I just don't think I'll ever read it again. Maybe I'll pass this on to one of my friends, I don't really know, but I'm gonna get rid of that. I am going to also get rid of this book. This is a relatively new release. I was actually given this for Christmas, but I started reading it and I couldn't get into it, and I also have like several family members who have this book, so if I really want to read it one day I can just borrow it from them. These ones I am just gonna leave alone, as well as these. On the next shelf we have this graphic novel, which really should be among my graphic novels that I have on my other shelf, but I actually think that I'm going to pass this on as well. I enjoyed this, but there's like some weird printing things with this book that make it a little bit difficult to read, so after having read it once I'm never gonna read it again. These ones we're gonna keep. Wonder what this is. We'll put that there. These ones are all gonna stay, as well as these. Just quickly scanning this, I can't really see anything I want to get rid of here, so let's move on to the final shelf. I told you this was very quick, and let's keep it moving. This is definitely the shelf I have the most like miscellaneous mix of stuff, and let's just quickly go through it. I am gonna keep these ones, and these ones, so not much done there. We have my Franny Fisher series, which I'm gonna keep. I think I'm gonna get rid of this book though, because this, like this and this, are by the same author, and I love this book, and I enjoyed this, but if I'm gonna reread something by him, it will be this one. So I don't really feel like I need to keep this. I also actually think it's time to get rid of this one, because again, if I'm gonna reread a book by this author, I'm gonna read Homo Sapiens because that's my favorite. But this was a very interesting read. I'm just never gonna read it again. The rest of these though are going to stay, and we're gonna move on here. I have some like series here and stuff that are gonna stay. These are also, I think, all gonna stay. Then we have my Agatha Christie shelf. Not gonna touch these, obviously. I have a book here. I really need to read that. Gonna keep these ones and these ones. This one gonna keep, so not much done there. On the next shelf here, I don't know if we're really gonna do much. Let's take a look at this. Really need to read that as well. It's a little bit squeezed in here. These books I've just had forever. I'm not gonna look at them right now. Then we have my graphic novel shelf, and at the top here we have this book, which I am gonna get rid of because I read it, I enjoyed it, never gonna read it again, but I really like the art style. These ones are the Garlic and Vampire books. I love these books, even though they're very slippery. Love these books. I really should make room for them here, but it's a little bit tight. You know how it is. The rest of these I'm just gonna keep. This one I'm gonna keep. This one I need to read, and my poetry I'm just gonna leave alone. On the very last shelf, we have just a mess of all kinds of different things. I think I'm gonna keep most of these, but I'm gonna get rid of this one, which I think I said in my last purge that I was gonna get rid of, and then I think I put it back and just forgot that it was there. So I'm gonna get rid of that as well. I think that means that we have filled the box. Would you look at that? The perfect fit. We filled the entire box. And yeah, like I mentioned, this is a very small purge, but I do this every once in a while. And this means that I should be able to fit some of my newer books on my shelves, which was the goal. I gotta say, it was very satisfying how these fit into this box. Like, it just is perfect. Alright, that was kind of it. I know this was a little bit of a quicker one than like the big ones that I do, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway, if you like these kinds of videos. And yeah, as always, thank you very much for hanging out with me today, and I will see you soon. Bye!